and critique it, one of the designs.
All right, man. All right, all right, all
So
right.
I think we are live. Are we?
Yeah, I think we're live.
So we're live now.
Yeah. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's drop-in with Chris and Kingsley, which is me, and Chris, which is him. So we're going to be doing a review
Ah,
of design. So we're going to ask that who has the mind to share their design. So we'll
Zwala
go through
Kati.
it and look at it. We are promising you that we will not show mercy,
Woof.
but we want to
I was born for this like this.
so everyone will learn from it. We'll point out the errors, we'll point out the good things that the person did, the use of colors, use of typography, information hierarchy,
Yeah.
these things you've been learning. We'll see how one of you guys applied it. So we're going to start with, this is going to be a very interesting session. So if you have the mind and you want your design to be used as a scapegoat,
You know
that's
that
what
was
we're doing today.
you know that was if he's sure for you. If he's
Yes.
sure for you.
Drop your design, the Figma
Your
link
design. Yeah.
on the
Are
chat.
we
The first
are we
person that will see their Figma link.
or should we is it on Slack? Should we check on Slack or what is it? Should we go to Slack?
No, let's do people that are on YouTube. Let them
Okay,
drop
people
it
on
on.
YouTube.
The first
Okay.
link that we get from YouTube, we are going to use it.
So they're asking which of the designs. So let's put it like this. Any design that you have, let's give us your best design. Shoot us with your best work.
Yes, your best design.
Shoot
Your
us with your
best
best
design.
work. Let's put it that way. Shoot us with your best work.
Okay, we are waiting.
We are waiting. We are waiting. So what design? Someone is asking what design space. So it's not what's it called? Does not have to be your zero design. So what we're saying is that we want to do a design review. So the essence of the design review is to pick a design that someone here has done and then go over what can be improved and what was done, properly, so that everyone here can learn how to improve designs and how to, improve their skill sets. And what I was saying is that we want you to give us your best work. Yeah, it does not have to be what you've done on Zuri. It can be what you've done outside Zuri, but what you consider as your best work.
Yes,
Want
the
to
work you
review
are
it.
proud of.
The work you are
That
most
anybody
proud of.
that you are telling that you are UX designer, they will
You will
you
show
will be
the
showing
person
them
that one.
that's what
You
we
know,
want to see.
at that point, say when someone asks you, what do you do for a living? Say, I'm a UI designer. And they say, let me see one thing you've done. And you're like, poof, this is what I've done. You see that poof here, you truly poof here. That's what we want to see. Shoot us that poof. Let us see what we can do. We've spent 6 minutes begging people to give us design. It's normal.
Or do they want us to go to their dashboard and get
Yeah, you should share here. I was in Rosalind. Yeah, share here. You don't have to go to Slack. Share on the YouTube channel.
on the chat.
While looking at the YouTube chats, and we're chatting. Hello. I'm interpreting in Yoruba. We have some people did not understand English, so but they get see. Let us see it in Yoruba. So, we're not making
How
any.
about
We're
today
not
random?
making. We're not doing any. We're not doing any random design for you. We've done random design twice. We want you guys. We want to review your work. That's what we want to do. This should be fun. Come on. Why are we begging you people? Share your. We don't want mini projects up. Please, that mini project is not up. Give us Kingsley. I sure I'm not going to sleep
Wait,
here. These
hey,
guys are scared.
they will go on Slack and they will be intimidating people with designs. I see if I find design, share it here now.
Bro,
Are they
see,
afraid?
bro, see, I don't know, man. I don't know.
If the first design is very fine, we can ask for another one. We can do two, but let's start with one.
Bro, see,
Remember, everyone will learn from it. Both you
tell
and
them,
everyone.
bro, everyone else is. This is like a learning experience now.
And this is one thing you need to know about being a designer. So people will review your work, whether you post it here, whether you post on Twitter, whether you post on LinkedIn, whether you post on Behance, Dribble. People will review your work. People will tell you what they think about your work, and it's better you allow us to review your work. It's more than this is like you won't get this kind of opportunity because it's more than you just submitting your work and a comment is left on why you got maybe 1/10 or why you got 9/10. No, this is more than that. We want to give in-depth analysis of your icon choices, your color choice, your combination, how you differentiate between title and subtitle. Those are the kind of things we want to talk about.
To be fair, you guys are making this thing boring for us now. Come on. You guys are
So
killing our spirits.
so let's say no one wants to share. They are
No one
still
wants to
asking
share.
questions. Maybe
It's okay. Maybe I can. So let's try to be clear with them. So see what thing we want. We want to make Una.
we don't have only Nigerians on this call, please.
Are you sure? Yeah, I don't
We have people
know.
that
We
don't
spoken
get it.
English now. People don't understand. English people understand already. Let's give the non-English people something else.
I think you are correct. People don't understand English very well. They said share on YouTube and they're sharing on Slack. I think we'll go with that pidgin English because many people don't understand what we are saying.
I don't tell you before. So see what we want. We want to make Una ready for this live class. Make Una share link to any design we Una don't do before. Me and my friend Kingsley will review on our work. Make we fit see, make we fit tell Una how Una fit take improve this work we Una don't do. So Una go become world class designers in the next 1 week.
1 week by.
By this time next week, you become a world class designer. You to think about it. I think that there's something on our chat here.
Okay, so there's one on, so since no one is sharing on YouTube, there's one that's shared on Slack. King
Check
one
check our Zoom. Check our Zoom. I think
Zoom.
coordinator posted something in the Zoom chat. Yeah, I just said no.
Yeah, but there's one. I think there's one that I picked from Slack. Although they don't follow instruction, so it's the same one. The same one.
It's the same of you.
Yeah. So if I'm marking on it based on instruction, the person has already gotten 0 for following instruction. For
Word,
not following instruction.
word,
So I can
word,
wonder,
word,
this is you've failed. You've gotten 0 first. From the beginning. I'm sorry, -2 for not following instructions. You
word,
said
word.
share your link on YouTube. You shared on Slack. So, but we'll
Can we
forgive
make this
you.
more interesting? Can we make this more interesting? What do you
Why
think,
not?
Kingsley? Let's call this
Yeah,
person up. Let the person join us on Zoom. Let the person explain their decision. Because I'm seeing so many things that I need an explanation for. Like my mortal man cannot
okay.
understand. I know we are not
Okay.
worthy.
So since everybody has been shying away, let's give the person an opportunity to come up here. But we have to send it to his DM, Zoom link.
So they say we should check the link above. I'm currently trying to check the link above, and I'm not seeing any link.
I will share with him. Tijani Ibrahim, we are inviting you to the hot seats.
Wait, who wants to be? This one wants to be millionaire. Chris, think.
Who wants their designs to be reviewed?
Who wants their design to be reviewed? Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da.
So we're inviting you to the hot seat to come and answer some few questions. Nothing you see here will be used against you in the court of law.
No, nothing will be used against you. We just sent you a DM and with a Zoom link. We'll ask you to join before 5:15 Nigerian time, so that we can just proceed with it. And while you are trying to join, we're going to, Chris, will you share your screen? So let's go over the design.
Is the person here?
No, while the person is joining, we can continue.
I see.
So
I see. So
this is actually showing us that many people have not done.
Showing us there's any mods they have.
The links are disappearing. How? How is the link disappearing? Let me copy a link and see whether it will disappear. That you are whining.
They're giving us slumber.
The link is not disappearing anything. I just shared the link and it's not disappearing.
But I can't see the link you shared now.
Oh, you can't see it?
I cannot see. I cannot even see your name. I'm looking at the chat now. I cannot see Shishi.
Interesting. That means they are correct. So I think Slack will be better. I don't think.
Okay, so let's share on Slack. Sorry. Yeah, we were wrong. You guys were right. The links are disappearing. Let's share on Slack.
Yes.
Let's share on Slack.
So
please.
on Slack,
yeah. Look at that. I'm looking at my screen like this.
So yeah, we couldn't see. So can you share your screen? So we'll go over this one that was shared. Or since the person is not joining, should we leave it?
Well, let's look for someone that is ready to join this call, please. Okay, so let's
share. If you are ready to join the call.
If I need to join us on this conversation, please share your link. We're begging you. So we can kickstart this thing while we're wasting time here already. Don't share on YouTube again. Share on Slack. Share on the products design channel on Slack. When you share there and you're willing to join this call here, if you're not willing to join this call, don't share. But if you're willing to join the call, then you should share.
I've seen Evelyn that has been complaining that she's sharing. If you want to join the call, just share on Slack. Okay.
So Rose, we have Rose. Rose is ready to join.
So while you are opening it up, let me send her the link.
Yeah, she's going to share. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, sure. These guys are big. This is what I like to see. This is why we are here. This is why we are here. Who is TJ? Is that not Tijani?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, that's
yes. Now that he's joining. After we've passed him.
Should we give him Messi? I think he has an interesting project. Let's show Messi upon whom Messi is to be shown.
So that means we have to keep it. We have to do two now. We have to do him and Rose. Because I've sent Rose I've sent through the link, so two of them can join. So let's start with TJ. Let's keep it short, simple, and flip through. TJ, you have to show us your face, so your fine face.
That's the rule, man. For you to join us, you have to stick to our rules. No say. I'm back in
So
America.
you need to go to you need to go to where it's well lit and fine.
Anyway, it
Do
does
it.
not matter. Which I want background is not so well lit. We are here together
Yeah,
on this thing. There's no
you can
problem.
see
Let
this
us
woman.
see.
You can see this woman cooking with firewood behind me. So
You can see this guy selling gala behind me. We're here to do this thing. TJ, please, we're wasting time now. We've spent 2 minutes trying to beg you to show your face.
and his mic is on, but he's not talking. I think we should not wait for that. Rose has not joined.
Rose has not joined. Who is ready, please? Send
I think
link
everybody is.
to. Okay,
Who else am I?
send to Evelyn. Send to Evelyn. Let's call Evelyn on board.
She says she's ready.
No, but Evelyn just has her card. No, she does not have plenty project. It's just one small card. This card
No.
does not cut it. Oh, but she says mini project. Let me check. Seems like there's more. There's more that meets the eye. Okay. I see. I saw. Let me see. How many screens do we have? About 5 screens.
TJ is here.
Is it ready?
Are you ready, TJ? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I'm ready.
Nice.
This is what we're talking about. Son of the soil. Zwalakati. All right, man. All right.
So
Welcome on board.
nice work. So we're going to be sharing our screen. So let's walk through. So we may have some questions to ask you. So what you
Yes,
do for us is
yes, I am.
yeah. So what you do for us is maybe you mute when we ask a question. You can unmute and answer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So Chris, let's start, please. Let's start with the sign up page, or do you want to start with the landing page?
Let's start with the sign up page. Let's start with the first page that was seen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Can.
but you have to zoom in more.
I have to zoom in.
I let it be your full screen. Yeah. So I know there are some gurus on YouTube that is already seeing some inconsistency in the design. But before that, let's say good work, nice work. There's at least coming up with something is quite difficult. And yeah, why saying that? Let's do what we have to do.
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to start. Yeah. So I have a question. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go outside the UI. I want to understand why you have I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Yeah, please pay attention. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. So my first question is, yeah, why do you have the normal sign up using email and then sign up using social links? That's my first question. Now, my second question for you is, why do you have password and then you have confirm password when you have the icon, which means that I don't need to confirm my password if I can review to see my password. That's what I think. So I just want to understand, why do you have this? Why do you have social sign up and then normal email sign up? And then why do you have password with the icon and then you still have confirm password? Thank you, sir.
We are listening. TJ, talk to us.
Doctors are your children.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, okay, first of all, I actually use the template I saw online, So that's the first thing. So after I did this, okay. Hope I'm clear enough. Hope I'm loud enough.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am saying actually Okay, I
It's okay to say that you copied a design that you saw somewhere. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Right? So you mustn't, if you don't have any reason for doing something, just say that you just did it. Right? No need to try to justify it. We are not here to crucify you or anything. You get? Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. TJ is not vibing with us now.
Okay, so let's just continue. Let's just walk through what was fine and what wasn't that fine. And because we have like let's use the next 10 minutes. So by 5:32 we should be done.
Okay then. Okay, so I'm just going to start. So I think it makes perfect sense, having normal email and social sign up. I think it makes perfect sense. And then I like that you have different options, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, even if you said you copied, the templates, which is perfectly not fine. Uh, but yeah, I think for me, I prefer once I have a reveal, once I have reveal icon within my password field, I don't like to have a confirmed password. What I like to do is to just have what's it called? I just like to have password validation. You get the gist for to improve the UX. Just have password validation. Once I have my password field, once I have the icon to review the password, the next thing I add is just password validation. I just shows minimum of 8 characters, one special character. I need one special character, one uppercase, one lowercase, and yeah, that's it. So just the validation. I think that's why I pretty much always use, and then I don't always have that confirmed password because I feel like it's redundant. It's not needed. Once I have all the validations and the reveal icon, and then the social icons also make sense. So that's it for me on the UX for this page. Kingsley, do you want to dig into the UI?
Yeah, so for the UI, there's a lot of inconsistency. So there's a reason why you should use grid layouts. You should use layouts for your design. So if you look at your icon, your logo, your logo is running away from the page. So it's almost going out of the page. So everything should be aligned from top to bottom. Sorry, I think everything should be aligned from top to bottom. And you should, so this get started should be aligned with the Williams logo. That's number one. Number two is this page, I need to go back. There's no way for me to go back from this page. Let's say I don't want to log in again. I don't want to sign up. I just want to go back to where I'm coming from. There's no way for me to go back. He has mentioned about the password and the sign-in options, other sign-in options that you have. I think there should be more spacing in your design, and those spacing should be consistent. So you guys were taught all an 8-point grid system. We also touched it last week. You can use it to apply in your design. If you look at the full name and email address, the distance between it is different from the sign in with Google and sign in with Facebook. The space between it is also different from with one of these services text. So
Sorry.
there's a lot of, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Kingsley, I just want you to just talk about this button, Kingsley. Please talk about this button. Talk about this button, Kingsley, please.
I'm coming.
Talk about this button.
I'm coming. Let me talk about the icons first. So your icons, your icons are fine, but you need to make your icons be the same size. So merely looking at it, I know that they are not the same size. So your icon should be a square to start with. Your icon should always be a square. It doesn't matter if the icon itself is a square. Maybe as you go further, you understand what I'm just Not only you,
Yeah,
everyone will
that's
understand what
okay. I
position.
think okay. So what I meant by being a square is that the width and the height of your icon's container must be the same. So
Exactly.
52, 52, 100, 100. The icon in itself might not be, the icon inside, but I mean the frame or the group that contains your icon should always be a square. So it's going to
Spot
be
on.
consistent.
Spot on. So that means your every icon that you add to a page should be inside a frame. When I started, I made that mistake of removing the frame because it's difficult for me to maybe do some certain things. So don't ever remove an icon from each frame. And you notice that each frame has an extra space around it. So always keep that frame is what will guide you in your sizing. Now let's talk about the button. Wonderful button.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful button,
Yes.
beautiful button.
Yes.
But there's an issue. The issue with the button is the alignment, the size, and the positioning. Let's start with the size of the button. So you should give your button enough breathing room. The font of the button, let me look at. Can you click on the text inside the button? What's the font?
So the button height is 56, man. This font is 32.
So your font is too much for it to be under in a button. Why are you removing it? I want to be seeing those things.
You want to be seeing the things. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
So click on the button again.
Yeah,
So the button is 56. Wonderful size of button, right? But your text is now your button text is big and it's making the button look small. So you should use something like around 16 so that to make your button look bigger. So people can easily read those buttons and it won't look out of place. Also, your button should be the same size with your when you are placing your button, it's either a smaller size or the same size, is very smaller size compared with your text box, or it will be the same size with your text box, right? Also, you should watch the padding around your button. So you are using auto layout. So your padding around your button should be
I lost you for a bit, Kingsley.
problem. So what?
I lost you for a bit.
Sorry, I think my network was shaking. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now loud and clear.
Yeah, so I was saying that the padding on the button is actually nice, but one thing that is throwing off your button is the size of the text, the button text. So you can have the 16 up and down, 96 left and right, in as much as it's is the same height with your the same width with your your text field, but the sign up inside it is too big. Chris, you want to add more to that?
No, I think I'm just looking at the time here.
Okay. So we have like 2 minutes.
Moving on. I'll just also note that this your buttons for your social links don't look like buttons actually. They just look like input fields that has buttons. I know they should be secondary, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just what I just want to. So I'm just looking at the time.
I hope we are learning something. TJ, don't take it personal. The review is not on about you. We are reviewing your design, not you. You're a fine man.
All right. Yeah. So let's have the hero section.
So with what we said on the other page, you're already seeing the issues with this page, right? So take the hero section.
Yeah, I'm going to take the hero section. So first thing for the hero section is that
please talk about the image. Please talk about the image.
Okay, so I'm going to
after you talk about the text, don't worry, just talk about it.
Yeah, thank you. So I don't have issues with the size of this text. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. I feel like You can have whatever size you want to have. But what I'm going to talk about here, because I'm rushing, is the alignment. You get the gist. So if you are going to use, this is your header text is left aligned. Your support text should also be left aligned, definitely. No, it should be left aligned like this. Like this, it makes sense. It looks better. Yeah. And then also we have what we call widows and orphans when it comes to paragraph text, where you don't want to have, one more text, just one more text, you don't want to have just one more word at the end. You want to have, something better. Let me see. So I can do like this, I can do this, I can reduce this, and I can just make this 150. And boom. Ilaka boom. I have something.
You can change it from bold to medium.
Yeah.
Something like in between.
Should I? I'll just go like this. Now, so you see, it's beginning to look better to some degree. And this is 96. You might want to use 64, whatever. And then when you pay like this, it makes, it looks better automatically. It begins to look better automatically. And don't forget the alignment. So I'm trying to align this to this, wherever the side is. So it's aligned, you get the gist. So this is just me trying to show you, ways that you can improve this. Like this, it looks more presentable. Now, if I want to touch this button, I'll just pick this here. Okay, probably I just want to fix this guy's size here. I want to make this 18. I want to make this, let's go bold. Automatically, this is beginning to look, it's beginning to look better. I don't know if that makes sense already. It's beginning to look better. I probably want to reduce the size. You see, I didn't do much, but this looks presentable more than what it was before. You get the gist. So you want to
read.
Yeah, and it's easier to read. You can understand, you can see the hierarchy. You can see the hierarchy in terms of everything that we have here. This is just me just touching it and just showing you how it can be better. Yeah. And now this image, I think this image is actually expanded. This image is like, so this is what you did to this image. Like this. This is what I did. This is what you did to this image. You stretched it.
And that's not how to do
exactly. That's not how to do an image. Once you stretch an image, it loses its proportion and the aesthetics just dies off. Yeah. So that's like something you don't want to do. And now to come here, this is your primary button, I want to believe. And this is your secondary button. Now, this your secondary button does not align with this secondary button here. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. So this looks off. This looks off. I'm not going to talk about these guys here. I'm just going to leave these guys. But I feel like the text actually to be, let me see. Yeah, 24. You want to use 14 to 16 or something like that. And then you just want to, yeah, I think they'll be aligned, but that's just me showing you, telling you what you can do to improve your heading. Yeah, 44, that's good. 44.2. I don't like the point. I think the point is coming from this guy. Yes, I was correct. It's coming from this guy. So I don't know. Maybe you want to do 204. Let me just cut that for you. Still, and then you want to do. Boop. Yeah, I want to make this. Yeah, just I don't like those points that is in design. You get it. So this is just.
Yeah, so talk about that, please. I think this will help everyone.
I should talk about the points, all those points. I'm conscious of that.
You shouldn't have points you shouldn't have points on your design.
Yeah, you shouldn't have points for whatever reason. Like if you're using 8-point grid system or 12-point or 4-point grid system or whatever grid system you're using, there's no points. So there's no points. Whenever I see points, I assume that you copied that stuff from somewhere and you just use the K to the resize tool to resize it. That's what comes to my head, first. I feel like you just resized it, you didn't actually create it or actually took your time to fix the size. So always try to abstain from points. Yeah, so that's just pretty much how you can improve this. So don't stretch this. Always align your text. If it's to the left, align to the left. If it's to the center, align to the center. But the alignment should be proper. And yeah, Kingsley, want to talk about this section? I think we should move fast.
Yeah, let's let me just talk about the next session so we can call it a day for this design. Then we can move to Rose's design. So scroll a little.
Have I not?
So sorry. Okay, yeah, it's okay. So we have trusted by over. No. I want just scroll. Yeah, I want to be seeing the both sections. I want to talk about them together. So we have trusted by over 25, 250K plus businesses. So you should think about how this will show responsively. Whenever you're designing, always think about how will it show when it's on a mobile phone. Like this, you just made a block of logos. And I don't know what you are keeping the spaces beside it for. Maybe you are planning to use it to build a house, but but you need to spread out the logos, make them smaller. It doesn't need to make them bigger for people to see it, but it's taking more attention.
Lost you again, Kingsley. People should be using good network. People should be using good network. People will not accept. Use good network, you will say no. Use good network, you will say no.
Icons, they can easily line up on a
Kingsley, we
straight.
lost you for a bit.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now loud and clear.
So I think my internet is switching. So I'm talking about you should line up the 6 icons or logos on the same place. So it will look very presentable and it will save you more space. So you just need to bring up one space to manage everything. And there you need more space around it. So yes, you see that you use space here, but you not use space on the second section. So you should be consistent with your use of space. This is too much space in this section or above. This section below, this is very little space. So you have to make everything consistent. If you watch that design that maybe you are getting this from, you see that there's a space, equal space around it. So this is how you make your design. So one space to manage everything should have more space on top. And you see that is not aligned with what you have. You are mixing center aligned with left aligned and right aligned, because you see all is right aligned. The one space to manage everything work is left aligned, while the logos like Google Calendar is center aligned. So that's chaos, right? So you have to either stick with 2 or 2 at most or 1. So your CO can be right aligned, fine, but your one space and the heading, title and head and subtitle should be left aligned with the logos and name of businesses. So I think that's all we can take for this design. Let's quickly go with
The other sessions are looking like here also.
please let's just it is a nice walk. You see a beautiful good afternoon, Lucy. Very beautiful.
I think there's so much we can still
So
talk about here.
let's see Rosa's work.
Well, let's see Rosa's work. We have to see other things. You're again quite late, brother. But
so
to be fair,
with what we talked about.
Yeah, to be fair, so I think what we've talked about is the key takeaways that you should take out of this is this is an amazing work, to be fair. Yeah, you tried, you did like a good job. Like, kudos to you, honestly. But what you should when working, when designing, sometime in the future, the next design you want to do, you want to pay attention to a few things. Number one, don't stretch an image. Number two, make sure that whatever you are doing, they are aligned properly. Check out what is it called? Check out rule of proximity. Try to understand rule of proximity, and things that are grouped together should be aligned with equal spacing, and they should be aligned properly. So we understand that they are together. You get the gist. Now, for your icons, always ensure that your icons are always in square. Like the size of your icons, the size of your icon container is always squared. 14, 14, 14 width, 14 height, that's how it should be. Or 20 width, 20 height, it should be the same. And also, when you are designing, always eradicate any points from your design. 22.1, 22.3, 22.5. We don't want all those points because you are using a 4-point grid system, which means that everything should be consistent spacing, consistent, margin padding, and whatever you want to have. So that's like the key takeaway. And yeah, if you look at what we've said and look at the other section that you've designed, you should be able to pick out the design and try to align them based on what we've suggested and what we've helped you with. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, TJ, for coming on board. Thank you for being the sacrificial lamb.
Thank you very much, boss.
Yeah.
The corrections have been implemented and I'll surely work on them. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Another quick correction for you before you leave. We're not your bosses. Like I said before, we're your children. All right, thanks, boss. Thanks, boss. All right, man. Have a blessed one. Thanks. Yeah, who is next?
Rose,
yeah, you want to share a screen? Let's do this thing now. I've shared my screen. Share a screen.
Okay, let me look for her work where she posted it.
She posted.
She posted it again. Okay, I've seen it. Onboarding screens and hero section tags. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, let's share. Why are you laughing at yourself? Come on. Come on.
Is she?
Yeah, why are you laughing at yourself? Believe in yourself.
Is she shy?
Are you shy? Why are you shy now? Okay.
Sit doing.
So, first of all, let me say again, wonderful design. Nice choice of color. At least green is Nigerian railway color, the Nigerian color. Why saying that? Let's get to the meat of the matter.
Okay, should I? Yeah, I'm ready. I think the first thing here is that I don't like it's not contrasting.
Yeah, I wanted
to talk about that. Okay, yeah, you want to go first? Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
No, I've said one. Yeah, I think the contrast. I'm not going to talk about the information hierarchy, of how you arranged your text and then your image. But I'm going to talk about a few things. Yeah, first I want to talk about is the contrast. The green is not so solid enough. It has like, I don't know if is this a linear gradient? Can I say, is this a linear gradient or you just have like, yeah, it's a gradient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gradient.
I think
gradient at that. It's like it has like 4 steps.
No. I think this is, can you inspect this? I think the background is different and then there's a gradient that is overlaid on it. I think the background is quite different. The background is different, yeah, and then the gradient is laid on it.
So the background is.
Can you duplicate to your? Let's duplicate to your.
You can see it here now.
Now I want to inspect it too. Now, can you take it apart? Can you take it apart? Okay. Yeah, the background is different, and then the gradient is laid on it, have you?
Yes, so the background is even.
Yeah, the background is different, and the gradient was laid on it. So I think.
Sorry for cutting you short.
Yeah, sure.
See what she did on the background, which is very wrong.
Yeah.
Your background you should not reduce your background opacity.
God bless you. That's
by any means. And this is why. Let me show her why. Let me show everybody why. Let me create this. So let's say you have this. I want to put this to the back. So this is why.
100%. Every time it shows. So what you should do is just take your normal color and then add light to it. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, Kingsley, you can just show them. Take your normal color and then add
so
light.
We did that last.
We did that last week. Okay. Yeah. So let's not go.
So let's say this is 100%.
Yeah.
And you want to add light to it. So you have HSL. Select HSL. come
Right?
here,
Yeah,
make
increase it.
this a 90.
Let's do 98.
Let's
I
say
think 98
98.
gives us that color. Yeah, 98. So you
So
see,
you see?
and show them the rectangle, show them that it does not work again. So they understand why. Yeah,
So let's see.
boom. So same thing, but this is what you should be doing. Don't reduce the opacity, rather add light to the original, color. Yeah, so that's like one, the contrast, and then the opacity that you were adding, did not sit right to me. Yeah, that's what I just want to talk about. And then, yeah, that's what I'm just going to talk about for now. Kingsley.
The yellow, let me talk about the yellow. The yellow is too yellow, if there's anything like that. So
Something like
the yellow is too bright, and for
that.
someone that has issue with seeing, this is a very so there's something in design and color psychology. There are some colors that are bad for convulsive people. There's some colors that trigger some neurons in the brain. Yellow is one of those colors.
Did you say morons in the brain, or what did you say?
Yeah, neurons, yeah. Nerves.
Morons.
Neurons,
Morons.
neurons,
Oh,
neurons.
neurons in the brain. We
Yeah.
we saying things clear now. Some of us don't have good ear. But sounding like I was not wondering, do I have moron in my brain? Do I have moron in my brain?
You don't have moron, you are a moron yourself. You don't need to...
Wow. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. 1-0. We're going to concise.
So looking at this, right, this can trigger a lot of reactions from people. So you need to lower the your yellow. So in the light aspect, so let me click this. When you're talking about lights, you need to lower the lights. So let's say
yellow, bro.
You need to lower the lights. So this is better on the contrast. Then always check what you call contrast checker. I think I have it open here. Always use this. There's a plugin, but I don't like using the plugin. I'm not sharing my screen. You can't see my screen.
I can see your screen. I was just wondering if you can share this thing to them on Slack.
Okay, the link.
Yeah. So you can always, use it.
Let me share the link. So you can use it to check the background that you're adding the. So you see here, there's.
Kingsley, who is calling you?
So you see here, there's a normal text, there's a large text, there's a graphical object and user interface component. So this is what you'll be checking. For images, you want to see whether this will pass. So if you set the foreground is what is on top, the background is what is on the background. So you use this color that you have below. So let's look at what you had here. Let's use this color that we set. Let me go back to what
Kingsley, I've dealt too much on color. I think we can.
Okay. So they can figure that one on their own.
Yeah, I think so. So if you're asking.
So let's talk about the information or the typography here. Now, welcome to the Nigerian Railway Corporation. Fine. But this has to be more, this doesn't tell you anything. Although I wouldn't want to fault your use of, I don't want to talk about your UX writing, but this can be more pronounced. You are using a bold, you're using area. Oh my. So area is you're using robotic.
Wow. So I think at this point we need to call somebody else. You can't be using Arial and Roboto. These are like, so I'm going to tell you something, yeah, that nobody's going to tell you. This is a design standard globally. Go and verify. Ask anywhere. This is a design heritage. There are some fonts that you don't use. If you use it, we won't pity you. Montserrat, Poppins, Area, Roboto. See these fonts. don't use them. It is in the design constitution, written by me, upheld by me, enforced by me. And this is a global heuristic. Please, Kingsley, that's all from me.
So area is only when you are typing on MS Word. I did not say Google Doc. I said MS Word. Google Doc, you can use the Ramon. Very beautiful form. Can't you even see? Area has only 2 ways. It doesn't even send you the message. It's telling you don't use me, don't use me. Telling me they go where I don't know.
Help me.
So that's it about so I won't talk about, since you are using this, I don't think we should talk much about it, about the, as you said, you've already failed this thing, so you should be in prison right now. So the only thing the only good thing that we are doing is that we are not sending you to jail. So let's just leave the font. Because I was looking at it and I was saying, is this the boldest? And lo and behold, this is the boldest. So, but one good thing about this page, right, is the button.
Yeah.
The button, if there's anything like a perfect button, is perfect. It's okay. So, although it can be bigger, but it's okay. At least the padding, the margin, the alignment, everything is spot on for the button.
Spot on, Chawine. Now let's go to that web page. I've been meaning to go to that web page. Don't start. Let's take it.
That is pulling my chest already.
We are adults. Kingsley, we are adults.
Okay.
Kingsley, we are adults. Let's behave mature. Kingsley, we are mature. Let's behave as such. Let's go to that page. Let's behave as such.
I'm on that page.
Let's behave as such.
Start, please.
So, rule number 1, when you're using yellow background color, your text should not be white because it does not contrast well. That's one. Number 2, your text is aligned. The text is center aligned, but on the page, you don't know where it's aligned. If it's to the center, if it's to the left, if it's to the right, if it's to the front, if it's to the back. Do you get the gist? And so that's the first thing I'm going to say. Those are the first 2 things I'm going to say. You don't use white on yellow because it does not contrast well. That's one. On this yellow that I'm saying here, it does not contrast well. That's one. 2, the alignment is out of place. The alignment of this text is out of place on this particular page. It looks so out of place. Yeah. Those are like the 2 first things I want to say. Then I'm not going to pause. I'm not going to come back. Kingsley.
Okay, so he has mentioned alignment and yellow. Let me talk about this yellow. This yellow that you are using is not the same yellow that is here.
Yeah. Should this also send out to jail? Should this also send out? Is this also a criminal offense?
This is like a first degree felony, but let's leave her first. So
we're talking 10 years to life, Abby. 10 years to life.
Yeah. 10 years now without parole.
Kingsley, on the chat, someone is proudly saying that they use Roboto. Someone is even saying we just started loving Poppins. These guys, I think we smile too much.
We'll get their names.
We'll get their names, Abby.
Udo, get their names, please. They are going to be.
We need to forward them. We need to forward their names to EFCC. Yes. These people are spoiling our country and they are causing global warming. These are the people causing global warming. How will it be in that front? It's causing global warming. Climate change issue. So
let's rush over this. Talk about this. So you should always have a title and a subtitle for your text. So your main text should not be the explainer. Your main text, so there's how people read the website or anything. So people scan. And also for people so you should also start now to learn to design for accessibility. So when you're designing for accessibility, you're designing for people that can't see. People that have hearing issue, but let's focus on people that can't see, because those are the people that you want to design for exactly. So when a system is reading your design or the implementation of your design, it's going to read it in a way that that's why we keep hinting on information hierarchy. So it's going to read this as maybe H1, and there's no other text to explain it. And it's going to read this button. So we have to put the main thing that they want to read, the main thing, like it should be like one or two, like 4 words, then the explainer. So let me show you what I mean. So you should have this as the main text and have this, something like this. I'm not saying this is the text you use. Something like this, you can just do. Then you align this to the left, align this to the left, align this to the left. Align this to the left. What's happening? Oh, so I know you guys know about this, so you can use this to set up this. Align it to the left. So if you notice, initially it wasn't aligning to the left. That's because she's using auto height. So if you use auto width, it's going to make it to the automatic. So as you're typing, it's changing the width.
Sorry, Kingsley, quick one, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So on the chat, someone just said that Lato is also a very cool font. Kingsley,
Yeah.
these people are making life unbearable for me. Continue, sorry.
Okay, so with this job, I'm not even, so you notice that we purposely did not talk about your background because your background is messing up everything here. And there's no, I don't know where you are getting your inspiration from, but I would like to see it. And don't tell me that it's Nigerian Railway Corporation website that you're getting this inspiration, because them, they should be in jail too. Then I don't know why your login and sign up is running out of the page. I don't know whether they have beef with this. This is too many information here. You can create a drop down and add some of these things in the drop down. So you should not have more than, you have how many? 1, 2. You don't need a home anymore in the modern website. This logo can always serve as your home. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is too much. Plus this 8, 9. That's why you have to step this one up. So you need like 4 or 5 at most. Then you have this as 7, which is even too much. But let's say you want 7. And discover more. That's UX part. Chris, do you want to talk about the labeling of this button?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Just pick them.
Let's just leave
I'm fighting somebody on Slack. I'm in a war on Slack.
So let me just quickly talk about the background, then we'll round up. If you can, avoid using photo as a background. This is because it messes up with your text. You always find a way to struggle with getting your text into your design. If you want to use a picture, you may want to not use it as a background. So you may want to do something like this. You may want to do something like this. So you may want to do something like this if you must use an image, and do something like this. Change this back. Now it's readable, it's clear. So anybody that has a problem will see it, but someone that sees well will see it. And Lord, let me know. I'm tempted to talk about your shadows, but that would be a war we'll fight another day. So hopefully this was interesting, and we learned a lot of things. Rosa, I want to say a few words after crucifying. You want to say a few words? We are waiting for you.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Loud.
Okay, so I think that work, actually I was playing too safe because I felt like I thought the assignment was like we shouldn't like take the whole thing too far from the whole concept of the Nigerian Railway Corporation. You get, so I was still trying to like maintain so many things from there, and from the website so there are like different shades of yellow, and so I picked two, one from the logo and there's one gold one because I used like a color picker to like pick those colors. So I don't know, Sham, I just felt like I should point that out. So I didn't know that we had like that liberty to like just do, even if it's like two entirely different things. So I'm sorry. But I'm glad that it was reviewed.
No need to be sorry. No need to be sorry. You just the same prison cell that you people will share. Nothing more.
I don't want to go to prison.
Because those people should be in jail. Anybody that is signing Nigerian websites.
we should remove laptop from their hand.
So, but nice one. I think I enjoyed this session, and I think we should do it again next week. What do you think, Chris?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. No, this is, we can't rush into all these things. We have to take our time to think about them. These are like, heavy decisions we get. We can't, smart move. You understand? We can't rush. We have to be wise.
We have to think.
We have to think.
No problem. So thank you guys. There are many fonts. You can use what's it called? You can use what's this called? What's this font that we just saw Rosa use?
Area.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use
that was Ariel. Yeah, Ariel.
You can use
anyone you want to use.
But the problem is that from other platforms, we get to see that these fonts are used. Like there was even like a particular instructor I know that uses Roboto a lot. So I didn't think I noted when Chris said don't use Montserrat, and I noted it. But this one, I didn't think it was. You didn't mention it, Chris.
No,
so this is what I'm going to say. Yeah, Rosa, I just want to ask a question. Did you study law?
No, I did not.
You did not study law. Okay. Now I have reasons for asking that question. Yeah. So you did not study law. So I'm going to tell you that you should get your lawyer prepared. Yeah. Me like this, I'll be looking for your designs. The next time I see area, I'm sending your number to EFCC.
No, I'll never use it again.
I'm sending your number to EFCC that you are the one that used to carry our national budget. That's what I'm going to do. Don't worry. Let me see area in your design again. All of you be using fonts that are supposed to be putting people in jail. But don't worry. Don't worry.
So I think we won't list fonts for you. Go on, use any font that you like.
Use any font you like. Some of you just see that FCC is looking for you people. You see your poster on the wall.
Doing now?
Offense, use the wrong fonts. Offense, use fonts from 1812. All those fonts that Aristotle use. We can't put your name there.
Very soon you see Gothic. You see somebody using Gothic. Those fonts that they use to print magazines and newspaper. So they're actually fonts. I think there's a video on typography. There's a video on typography. I think there's one I did. Suggested a lot of fonts. You can find it on Zuri channel. So you can go there and understand how to use fonts actually, and what you do when you start a project, how to get the right fonts to use. So that will help you not fall into this trap of using anything that you see. And also you learn more about combining fonts. I think it has been taught to you guys too. So just try to apply. So from now on, things that you've been taught will start making sense. So
Yeah.
the more it makes sense, the more you try to apply them and you get better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is just for laughs. Doesn't mean that we can't arrest you guys, but this is just for laughs.
Doesn't mean we cannot still send your name to EFCC that you're taking our national budget, but this is still for laughs, you know.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you for attending our TED talk. Oh, our dropping. Oh, our
I'm
dropping.
dropping. It's not TED Talk. Well, I feel disappointed in myself. I thought I finally made it. No,
I'm sad.
but I'm sad, man. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm
Yeah.
sad.
So let's do this again next week.
Yeah, all right, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, guys. See you all
Ciao.
later. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Carlito, can you take us from live? We don't want to be live again. Take us off live. Take us out of live. Coordinator, hello.
And TJ,
Hello,
you
sir.
can leave. Rosa, you can leave.
Yeah, TJ can leave. Rosa can leave. We don't want people on YouTube to be seeing us again. Coordinator, help us.
Chris, you are host, so you can stop live stream. I'm sorry, I'm Kingsley, I
Really?
mean.
Okay, stay here.